Elena Carter was no ordinary journalist. She was a relentless truth-seeker, known for her passion and tenacity. Armed with her notepad and camera, she ventured into stories that made others recoil, believing every tale deserved to be told. One foggy morning, she stumbled upon a haunting cold case, a murder that had sent shivers through a small town for over 20 years. A father shot in his home, leaving behind a 6-year-old daughter named Lily, the only witness. The chilling silence surrounding the case beckoned Elena, drawing her deeper into the shadows of unresolved grief and lingering questions. The murder happened on an ordinary night, an ordinary home, but the violence shattered the tranquility of that small town. Lily's father, a local butcher known for his kind heart, was brutally shot in their living room. The only witness, young Lily, had instinctively hidden beneath her bed, paralyzed by fear. In the aftermath, no leads emerged. The initial investigation lost momentum quickly, with detectives scratching their heads, bewildered by a lack of evidence and motives. The trauma clung to the town like a ghost, and as the years slipped away, Lily fell silent, unable to speak of the nightmare that had forever altered her young life. The case went cold, a stark reminder of a loss buried in time, and the haunting question, who killed this beloved father? Elena felt a pull toward this cold case, not just because of her duty as a journalist, but because of her empathy for Lily. Here was a young woman walking around with the weight of the world on her shoulders, trapped in memories that refused to fade. Fueled by a deep sense of justice and a desire to give Lily a voice, Elena resolved to dig deeper. She knew that uncovering the truth wouldn't be easy, but the urgency bubbled inside her like a boiling kettle. No murder should remain unsolved, especially one that haunted a community to this day. After tracking down Lily, now a woman in her late 20s, Elena approached her cautiously. Living in a modest apartment, Lily's eyes betrayed years of fear and anguish. When Elena first knocked on her door, she was met with hesitation and reluctance. But Elena was patient, visiting day after day and sharing stories from her own life, slowly easing the tension. Over cups of tea and quiet conversations, the walls around Lily's heart began to crumble. Elena listened more than she spoke, creating a safe harbor for Lily's turbulent emotions. The bond they formed was not immediate but delicate, like threads woven together. It was a profound connection, rooted in understanding and compassion, and after several visits, Lily finally began to open up, revealing glimpses of the past she had held so tightly for so long. One sunny afternoon, as they cozied up in Lily's living room, Elena noticed a worn photo album resting on the coffee table. Curiosity piqued, she gently asked if she could take a look. Lily, feeling a hint of nostalgia, agreed. Thumbing through the pages, they laughed at pictures of birthday parties and family vacations. But then, one photo stopped them cold, a snapshot of Lily's father standing proudly next to a man Elena didn't recognize. She leaned in closer, a chill racing down her spine. "Who's this?" she asked, her voice steady but probing. Instantly, Lily's expression darkened, the color drained from her face, and her hands trembled. With tears in her eyes, she finally whispered, "That's Uncle Jack. He was there that night." In that moment, a shroud lifted, revealing a crucial piece in the puzzle of a cold case that had long haunted the town. Lily's revelation hung in the air, heavy yet necessary. Uncle Jack, a name that carried both familiarity and dread. As she recounted memories of Jack's presence that night, terror filled the room. The man who was supposed to be a loving uncle had been there, embroiled in a dark dispute with her father. The details started to weave together, and Elena's mind raced with every implication. Jack's history, marred by violence and debt, was the missing link in this tragic saga. Memory and trauma, powerful as they are, were beginning to surface, pulling Lily into a healing light. Elena's investigative instincts kicked into high gear, diving into the depths of Jack's past life. What she uncovered was shocking. He had a troubling history riddled with violent outbursts and unchecked anger, driven largely by financial desperation. As she connected the dots, the motive began to crystallize. Jack had been in considerable debt to Lily's father, and tempers likely flared during that fateful argument. It became clear that the long-buried truth was not just a tragic coincidence. It was a narrative of desperation and betrayal that led to a son's worst nightmare, the cold murder of his father. With her findings in hand, Elena approached the police, reigniting a spark of hope within the cold case. The authorities agreed to reopen the investigation, and soon Jack was arrested. The trial reignited chilling memories for the community, bringing back haunting narratives of loss and grief. As the trial unfolded, emotions ran high. In a powerful moment, Lily bravely took the stand, her voice steadier than ever, declaring, I saw him kill my father." The courtroom fell silent, a collective gasp reverberating through the crowd as the undeniable weight of her testimony hung in the air, sealing Jack's fate. With Jack convicted and sentenced to life in prison, a palpable sigh of relief swept through the town. The weight of uncertainty lifted, allowing for healing to begin. Inspired by her journey, Lily took brave strides toward rebuilding her life, creating a support group for trauma survivors. Her story resonated with many, offering hope to those who felt voiceless. Through it all, Elena stood beside her, a steadfast friend.